So with that said, I'd like to introduce our next speaker.
The next speaker will be Ms Moran herself. She's just the coolest teacher ever. To deal with all of this all the time, you gotta respect her.
Hi everybody, yeah, Jalena's right. I came from CAS graduation on Monday and then this graduation, so I've just been many. I'm going to probably avoid big graduation because it's just so big. But welcome everybody, parents, relatives, friends, and supporters. It's really an honor for me to be here because I attended my first Berkeley High Asian graduation when I first came to Berkeley High 20 years ago. That one, like this one, was completely student organized. And today, and I just saw the students who did this because I went to a wedding and they were all there, those students who planned the first ceremony are continuing to put their incredible organizational and activist skills to work in many fields: education, law, tech, slow food, among other things. They, like these students, wanted to celebrate both the diversity in the Berkeley High Asian community and the common experience of being Asian in America. As a sponsor of APIC, the Asian Pacific Islander Committee, I've watched these students as they fundraise, choose charities for their donations, plan social and educational activities, and reach out to other clubs in the school. They have done this entirely on their own, and I really mean that. I teach in a small school that has many retreats and field trips, and I'm often away from school, so not only have I missed a lot of their meetings, I've also locked them out of my room on numerous occasions. Sorry about that, guys. And I usually tell them after the fact, like I find out when I come back to school that they were locked out, but they had gone on and held their meeting in another room and went about their business every single time. So I especially want to thank the parents and families who have supported these students in their activities all year long. The driving of students to and from their fundraisers, the shopping for the food and the food sales, allowing students to cook and perhaps store food and make a giant mess in your home, sewing the flags on the sashes. All these things that you do have really helped these students in the work that they do and have made APIC possible. And this year APIC was able to raise about $3,000. And they've been able to donate that to groups within the school, such as ALANA, the Asian, Latino, African American, and Native American Student Association, which works across groups to do a lot of charitable and educational activities in the school. The Giving Back Club, which does a bunch of donations to a host of other national and international organizations. And East Bay United Basketball, which is a basketball program which provides opportunities, after-school opportunities for a lot of kids who sometimes can't afford to play, and APIC has helped donate money so that those kids can play basketball, stay out of trouble, and have a lot of fun. They could have never, ever done this without your help and support. So again, I really want to thank you. To the students, I want to say congratulations on an amazing job well done. Your desire to create a community at Berkeley High and your efforts to give back to the community at large have really paid off. You guys should be really proud. I encourage you to continue these efforts as you get into college, because unless you go to Cal or UCLA or UC San Diego, where kind of everybody's Asian, and especially if you leave California and go to college where kind of nobody's Asian, you're going to have to actively pursue and create your own Asian community. And I hope that by staying connected and giving back are not things that you think you're done with now that you put them on your college apps. In addition to hosting Berkeley High Asian Graduation, this particular church, Berkeley Methodist United, and I know this because my family goes here, houses both a food program called J-Say that specializes in Japanese food for the elderly, and a summer school program called Daramonogakko that teaches Japanese American culture and history to kids from kindergarten to 6th grade. I mention that as an example of the multi-generational services that this church provides, and to encourage all of you to think about your own community service as a lifelong endeavor. You guys are a really talented bunch, as you can see. And there are many communities in need of the amazing things that you bring. So as you go out into the world, I hope that you, like those other students 20 years ago, will hone your skills, indulge your passions, and find the thing that gives you the opportunity to make the world a better place. And it wouldn't be graduation if some adult speaker didn't give advice to the graduates, so here goes. I really only have 3 pieces of advice, and they really haven't changed that much over the years. I've spoken at lots of Asian graduations, and I find myself saying the same things over and over, so if you've heard it before, sorry. If you came last year and organized and cleaned up and stuff, you probably heard it. So, the first is to remember that not everyone you're going to meet has had the benefit of a Berkeley Public Schools education. You've attended school your whole life with kids from all over the world and in all walks of life, and most other people don't really have that opportunity. People you meet may say things that you find incredibly ignorant and even offensive, but you have to remember that it's probably not their fault. Most kids in America go to school where 85% of the kids in the school are exactly like them. So consider yourself a teacher and share what you've learned. Challenge their stereotypes and correct their offensive language. And do so with the understanding that you come from a special and unique place. And related to that is the second piece of advice, which is don't judge your enemies and allies by the color of their skin, the music they listen to, the food they eat, the clothes they wear, or who they love. Instead, look deeply into the hearts and minds of everyone you meet. Try to learn something from them. Try to teach something to them. You may be surprised by who you find by your side during your struggles and your victories. And finally, you probably already know this, but if you're living away from home in the fall, buy a rice cooker for your dorm room. Not only will this save your life when you're desperately missing home and real food, it's going to make you really popular on your home. Good luck, have fun in moderation, and don't forget to visit. Congratulations.